What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map. In the blue color playing is Zeus. His name is CentRaid. His opponent today in the red color playing is Hades. He's ProductofAge. Hades versus Zeus here. Ghost Lake. This is the This is the I can't read and cast at the same time. This is the Kilty Smurf tournament best of threes, 1 day tournament. Yeah, I think me and CentRaid are as far as we possibly can be away in the world, but it should still run even. I'll tell him, ask him. I don't know. Can I pause it? No, I can't pause it. That's fine. We'll see if they play it out. I can potentially just leave the next game and jump into a different game. So, Hades versus Zeus is on paper, right? On paper, it's... On paper, it favors Hades, right? Because Zeus is the hoplite civilization. And Hades is the Archer civilization, the Toxotes civilization. And Poseidon is the cavalry civilization, right? So on paper, Toxotes counter hoplite, so Hades counters hoplite. However, it's not that simple because Hades doesn't have access to Hermes. And Zeus does. And it's really difficult to deal with multiple centaurs running around doing crazy things to your economy. So I'm expecting to see CentRaid not go Athena here because that would be a mistake. Go for Hermes and get out Centaur. That's what I'm expecting. So we'll see what happens. I guess Hades does have the best unit at dealing with Centaur in Chiron. However, he only can build one Chiron, and you can build multiple Centaur. And funnily enough, Centaur counter Centaur. So it's always interesting to see that matchup unfold when you see Zeus Wars, but in the Hades Wars, it's a different story. So ProductofAge is getting his scouting in, trying to find some stuff. CentRaid on the other hand, getting his temple up. We're doing the 3 villager wood, 2 villager gold strat. This is what we like to call hyper-modern Greek play. It's funny, I think I've told this story before, but I like it. So as the game progressed, at the very early stages, the game was all about advancing to the next age as fast as you can. So you'd see like 3:30 classical ages, 4-minute classical ages with no real thought behind why you were doing it, just to try and attack the opponent as fast as you can. And then we moved into the age of peak efficiency in getting as many upgrades as you could while still advancing as fast as you could. And that was super interesting because you saw some really wacky builds and really specific timings on certain things, and even moving villagers around from resources to make sure you get all the upgrades and don't overcook it on those resources. And then we entered into what we call the modern era, which is no longer about upgrades, because we realized that upgrades aren't as strong as town centers. So it's all about advancing as fast as you can in order to grab your second town center. So it's almost like we went full circle. Now we ignore all our upgrades and we just grab town centers as soon as we can. And we just see walls coming up now for ProductofAge. This is very, very standard to deal with the centaurs. It does have a little crack in the wall here, but that should be fine. You're not going to run through that with your centaur. It'd be a little bit crazy. We'll see what ProductofAge is doing. He's going to be grabbing this center art straight away because he had his villagers on favor very, very early. You can see he's already on 32 favor. 300 wood. Generally speaking, we see Zeus players getting, what's it called? I've drawn a blank here. Sylvan Law. I was going to say Stymphalian Law. I'm like, no, that doesn't sound right. That's a unit. Sylvan Law comes out first, and then you get your centaurs. It used to be the other way because you got so much damage out of 2 centaurs with one special attack from each of them. But now, because centaurs, you need 3 of them to do any damage, you go Sylvan Law straight away. I guess he's building a Pegasus, and he's completely going away from what I said. But generally speaking, we see Sylvan Law straight away so that you got your 1 centaur to run around and do a lot of damage with a villager pick off there with the Ajax. A little bit of an abuse of the lag, I reckon, but he does lose the Ajax there. Sort of unfortunate, but the Jason pushing off of food over here. Athena comes in, Minotaur comes out, and we are seeing a slow and steady game right now. Slowly moving forward. Yes. The granary coming up for CentRaid onto the berry bushes. There's not a lot of hunt here. We've seen a couple of, we saw a ghost lake this tonight, earlier, which was max hunt ghost lake, and then we've moved into this ghost lake, which is kind of like minimum hunt ghost lake, which is like 2 boar or 3 boar and 1 pack of caribou. I guess you can sometimes get super unlucky and get like 1 auroch and 1 pack of caribou, which is kind of the minimum hunt you can get on the map. But you should always get, I'm pretty sure you always get 2 boar. Maybe you can get 1 boar. Grabbing Pelt of Argus, gives himself 6 more line of sight, running straight into this Chiron. And things not looking so good for this attack here with the centaur. May need to get someone else here, I reckon. And he's the 3rd centaur to really do any damage. There's the settlement coming up for ProductofAge. We do have Blue Crystal Shard getting picked up for Odysseus. So CentRaid grabbing all the relics. It's actually a really good relic for Greek. If you want to know the stats, there is a RTS Sanctuary thread about it. Let me see what they do with that one there. I feel like I should just leave this game and let these guys go to it. Kilty, if you're still in the chat, just let me know what you want me to do. If I continue watching this game or just leave and let them play it out in their own ping. Okay, archery range, stable coming out. Villager jumping into the town center. Keeping them alive. It's looking like ProductofAge is going to be in a really good position now because he is completely safe from these centaur raids. He's got 2 town centers. As long as he doesn't lose any units or villagers like he's about to now, it's really, really good. But basically, well, not anymore, but basically this centaur attack needs to pick off 1 villager every 15 seconds basically in order to stay even. But now CentRaid has got 2 town centers. He's going to be it's all going to be up to them to make it happen. Doesn't matter, you don't get any advantage from having those 2 town centers at all. Random goat just chilling here, just checking out the landscape, enjoying life. Polar bears going down. And I think this will turn into a little bit of a boom wall. A bit of a snail pace. when you're in lag, you have to kind of play around it a little bit, not take any micro fights because you can't really micro because you have no idea where the consistency is. You can't. It's really difficult to do that. So pick your fights in a little bit of a different way. Third town center coming up for CentRaid. I love that, grabbing that third town center after being down the town centers earlier. You can see he hasn't thrown up any stables or military barracks or archery ranges. So he's kind of 200 or 300 wood in front of ProductofAge, who has thrown down the stables and archery ranges and all that other stuff. But the centaurs, they're making their way in. These villagers, they don't have anywhere to go, and it's looking like he's going to lose one here. Oh, and they get into the town center. Really nice play there from ProductofAge. Just managing to get in there. Really well played. Good reactions. Third town center now up for ProductofAge. So he's going to be in a good position there. And CentRaid, I'm just going to take this opportunity to alrighty, let's continue now. Alright. Well, we'll finish this game and then we'll jump into a different game with someone who's not from Brazil, I think. Okay. A settlement coming up right now for ProductofAge. It's just going to be a little bit of a boom wall here, and this sort of favors the Hades a little bit. Late game Hades versus Zeus is a little bit of an interesting matchup because Zeus kind of has the advantage for the kind of has the advantage for the Mythic Age hero. Perseus is really strong, but Bellerophon is kind of like it's more of a siege denier. So it's kind of like Hades wants to build Colossus to win, and Zeus wants to build Petropoli or Heliopoli to win. And then on top of that, Hades can also get Gastrophedes because Zeus doesn't want to build Myrmidon because he doesn't get any bonus with Myrmidon against the Greek units. So that's a big thing right there. We're just dumping their wood off. Should get a storehouse here, my dude. Storehouse. We'd make those villagers gather that 50 wood back in one trip. I guarantee you. One trip and that 50 resources would be back. And you're just in the profit. And Dar's chasing around looking for something to do. There, like I said, there's not a lot. And there's the storehouse. There we go. You only need to build it with one villager, but it's fine. Polar bear is well here to eat. Like to see that, utilizing all that hunt. Very smart, but if you look at the score, it's a little bit inflated, I think. We see Apollo coming through for both people. But oftentimes, when you're making myth units en masse, your score gets really inflated because they don't die. So it kind of all their damage gets stacked up in your score, and then once they die, it's just like it gets wiped out because it's like finally you get the trade back because the trading is kind of like in HP. So you're trading units for HP, and then eventually you pick them off because they're worth so much. Right, we got the. I'm checking it again. There's CentRaid through Apollo. ProductofAge also through Apollo. And idle villages everywhere for CentRaid. Needs to actually get some more wood, it's looking like. Oh, it's got a fair bit. I'm interested to see if he just skips playing in the Rock Age altogether, but no market just yet. He just jump straight. There's the market. So yeah, he's looking like he's going to go straight to the Mythic Age. I'd love to see him just go Hephaestus here. Same with ProductofAge. He's actually really short on the gold because he's been building units, whereas CentRaid has spent nothing on military. So this is literally just a semi-fast mythic here, and that's it. It's just like he's built one Toxotes. Picking off these Hippocon with his villagers, not really losing anything here. We're going to be seeing the Hephaestus coming through, and we also have the favor in the bank there. Up the wazoo. Underworld Passage coming in, though. ProductofAge is not having this semi-fast mythic. He wants to fight. There's not that many units here, and he forces the ceasefire. There's really not that many units here. I like it. Nice aggressive play from ProductofAge. Trades his Underworld for a ceasefire, so he's going to have Restoration to be used. And this attack wasn't even going to be doing that much. He could have just retreated these gold villages elsewhere. Maybe back into his base and let his town center deal with all of this. But for now, are we going to see Hephaestus coming through for ProductofAge is the question. Yes, he is going to be advancing. Oh, he's going through Artemis. This is really, really all in. If ProductofAge cannot win with Earthquake here and now, it's going to be a really difficult game for him to play late game against Hephaestus Zeus, because you get the extra Plenivolt, which is effectively 10 extra villages on your economy, and we'll see if he can do anything. But we've got villages coming in, stables coming down, more units pumping out now. I've got the heroes in the back. They need to come in and deal with these centaurs here. We'll see if he remembers to do that. He does have Restoration if he so chooses. But Hephaestus coming in, he's still idle over here. Then they go, they're moving, and we do see that Plenivolt comes down immediately. Chiron coming in, Ajax coming in. We have a bolt that comes onto the Manticore there, not onto the Chiron. Colossus coming in now to bash down the Underworld Passage, but Chiron just picking off a lot of those centaurs here. And we got the Ajax chasing the Manticore, but unfortunately Chiron not microing very well right now. Need to focus fire these centaur pole marks. They do so much damage, but the Underworld Passage is going to be going down very, very slowly from that Colossus. Chiron picked off another centaur there, looking to try and take down. Actually, he's actually still not focusing on those myth units. A little bit unfortunate there. And the Underworld Passage getting picked off ever so slowly, and you're just not going to be able to get this Colossus down without Perseus. And we are 100% of the way through to Artemis. Can use Earthquake. He chucks it down on this location to pick off all of those military buildings. Not even using them in the town center, though. We've got Heracles coming through, Jason coming through, Bellerophon coming through, and it's looking like CentRaid. He still has military buildings in the back. Got a couple of 3 archer ranges and a stable, but that is all of the god powers for ProductofAge now gone. CentRaid can now build up his army, Underworld Passage wherever he wants, and that's going to be it. These stables are going to go down very, very fast, and not only that, these Toxotes, these military units, are going to be devastating, as we can see. Copper weapons, 80 food, 80 gold. Copper mail, 60 food, 60 gold. And copper shields is 60 wood, 60 gold. So cheap. And we will be seeing that one doing its thing very, very shortly, as all the armories are getting built. A little bit late on those, but that's a little bit because of the distraction. Bellerophon out now. Going to be shutting down the Chimera. A big difference between Bellerophon against a Chimera and Bellerophon against a Colossus is Bellerophon does 400% bonus damage against myth units. So her jump attack does, or his jump attack does 500 damage. So against a Chimera, I think it's 500 damage. It's going to be doing something like just under 250 because it's 60 hack armor. But that's significantly more damage on the Chimera than on the Colossus, right? 250 damage, or even less on the Colossus, because, or maybe a little bit more. It's like 125 on the Colossus. But if he jumps onto the Colossus and does that damage, he just laughs it off and keeps on bashing away. Whereas the Chimera does not. But the Chimera Raid's coming in, looking like he's going to hit these villagers here, but with only one of them, a reaction from this is enough. Even with just a nice pullback, you're not going to be able to get that many from the first bit there. Underworld Passage comes in the back. Going to be going for the town center. This is a Hades town center, though. We're seeing the game freeze as he goes for it. But this is a Hades town center. Silver Colossus comes in. That's giving him even more HP to play with. I think it's just HP, yeah, 200 extra HP. Going to be taking it down. Chiron comes out. Villagers need to start repairing this. But the Colossus, they do so much damage. There is a really low HP Colossus here not being focused. And while Chiron's got bonus against Myth Unit here, look how little damage he's doing to this Colossus at this point. We've got Achilles coming in. There's Perseus. Need to get Perseus in here to pick off this high HP Colossus. And then he should be in a better position, but Achilles and Ajax to pick this one off. Looking like the town center will go down. But while this is all going down, the Hippocon are doing a massive raid onto CentRaid's gold over here with the Bellerophon cleaning everything else up, but Town Center goes down, and Perseus is going to be picking off the Silver Colossus as well. Nope, just going to run away. Heliopolis coming in as well. Town Center coming back up. So there goes all of the units from all our god powers, I should say, from our Zeus player here. And we're seeing Perseus pick off yet again even more of these Colossus. His petrify cooldown is 24 seconds, so it's really brutal. We really have to focus him down whenever he's alive. If you see him, you click on him, and he dies. That is the way to go. But we'll see if ProductofAge can continue here. There's so many Heliopoli here though, and there's really not that many units. Population 153 to 140. ProductofAge really trying to get this back up, but he's not going to be able to with Heliopolis here. But nice raids coming in onto the villages in the back here with the Hippocon. We'll be picking off some villages if CentRaid doesn't react, and it's looking like he's a little bit slow. We've got the Castrophetes here, but they're getting taken down by the medium Toxodia, and they don't have that many army upgrades at all, whereas bronze upgrades are all through, and iron upgrades are starting to get researched for CentRaid now, so his army is going to be absolutely gigantic. And now he is still struggling to deal with the Heliopolis and the Colossus of CentRaid. He's coming in with them really hot, and but Perseus coming out. This one's going to be taking down the Silver Colossus here. The village is taking down these Heliopoli, and there we go. Silver Colossus does fall, and ProductofAge is going to call it there. But I'm not sure if it's completely GG, but I feel like he is feeling like this is it for him. But he's still trying to take down the Underworld Passage. The old call GG and don't tap out tactic. It's very unsportsmanlike to be fair, because it makes your opponent stop trying in the game because he feels like you've given up. But it hasn't happened, and ProductofAge is like, nah, I'm still going. I'm going for you. So we'll see what he can do. Got Fortress coming up, CentRaid. You're like, okay, there's a BM. You get a couple of seconds of no GG, and there it is, GG. Well played by CentRaid. I like the semi-FM there. You really don't have to build that many units against Hades, especially because you force him to turtle with the centaurs, and that's it.